Hello and welcome back to video number 2 in the Pink Zebra New Consultant Training video series. This time we're talking about your Pink Zebra party and how to make that an experience that's so much fun for your guests that they all want to repeat that experience with their friends. We're going to begin by talking about the overall mindset around your party experience, and then I'm going to share with you how to create a booking commercial so that you're getting all the bookings that you need to really get your business off to a strong start in the first 90 days. And then we'll end by talking about sponsoring and how you can begin to share your opportunity from the very beginning at your parties. So let's start by talking about the mindset around your Pink Zebra party experience. I loved being a party girl when I partied for a living, and I love teaching other people how to have successful parties now. It's something I'm really passionate about. But before we talk specifics in this area, I want you to consider one really important fact. Guests at your parties these days are going to be savvy. And by that I mean, if you think about it, I'm sure that just about anyone who's going to be attending a party with you has been to a few, if not a whole bunch of home parties in the past. And frankly, they're kind of on to you. The old language and tools and the way that you may have done it in the past if you've done direct sales before really don't work anymore because they've seen it all before. And they're expecting it. All those old tricks and tools really stopped working once people figured out what you were really doing, which in most cases was trying to leverage them to book a party or join your business or buy a product. And the last thing I ever want anyone to feel at your party, including you, is uncomfortable. And that feeling of trying to leverage someone to do something that they don't want to do can make you all feel very uncomfortable. So focus on how you can make it fun for your guests. I made sure that every single guest at my party got involved as soon as possible. I did that by using props. I did that by creating ways for them to get involved and interact with me so that they knew that this was more than just them sitting and listening. It was a really fun, interactive experience. The bottom line is, if your guests aren't having fun at your party, they're probably not going to want to repeat that experience with their friends by booking a party of their own. They may not remember anything else from your party, but if they have fun, they'll remember that. So really, the best booking seed that you can possibly drop during your party is the whole experience itself. And the fact that when your guests are having fun, they naturally find themselves gravitating toward wanting to book a party with you, which is what booking seeds and the booking commercial I'm going to teach you today are all about. I also used what I call commercials throughout the course of the evening. My commercials were specific intentional times during the course of that night where I actually talked to them about booking a party with me and how much fun that was and why they should do that, about my opportunity and how much I loved what I did, and about my products and how they actually got to step into the shopping portion of our party and purchase from me. Now, what I love about what I'm going to teach you is, at the beginning of that party, I shared with them right up front, hey, I'm going to be doing some commercials this evening. And my commercials are a time for you to really specifically listen and pay attention because it's the important things that you definitely want to know. So when I say it's time for a commercial, I just want you to agree that you'll pay attention. And that was an agreement we had as a group. So when I would say it's time for a commercial, they did pay attention. And it was easy for me to then say, let me share with you what you get when you book a party with me. And that made it easier for me to share without feeling uncomfortable. And it made it easier for them to listen because I was honest and upfront and shared with them what was going to happen that evening. So let's talk about this booking commercial. This is that specific time during the course of your party when you're going to share with them all the benefits of booking a party with you. So to begin with, I want you to make sure that you go to the ZebraNet website and download the Creating Your Booking Commercial worksheet so that you can use this to help you create this commercial. It has some really specific questions that are going to help you think outside the box and create a really great commercial for yourself. I'm going to go through, in general, kind of what this looks like during the training right now. So let's talk about this commercial. What would make someone want to book a party with you? That's really what we're up to thinking about. Well, the obvious thing to begin with is your products. Obviously, the Pink Zebra products are awesome and your hosts are rewarded for booking a party with you. So that's generally where people start. I always sort of jokingly say, unless I've been living in a cave for the last several years, I know I'm going to get free product if I book a home party. So you want to kind of focus during your commercial on what else they will get as a benefit of booking a party with you specifically. So to begin with, they get to have a chance to have a fun night out with their friends. This is an opportunity for them, especially if they're busy, to come together and have a great experience and bring everybody together all at one time. So you want to focus on that fun. The experience itself can oftentimes be a really important reason for them to book. Just like we've been talking about, if they're having fun and they really are thinking, wow, I'd like to do this for myself and my friends, that's a great booking commercial that's going to be a part of that for you. Also a chance to work with you. I always made sure during my booking commercial that I emphasized that I was going to work with them, I was going to send their invitations for them, and working with me as one of my hosts was going to be a great experience. So emphasize that if you can. And then last but not least, a theme. If you're choosing a theme that gets your host and your guests excited about attending, like we talked about in the first video, oftentimes that's going to make them want to book. So make sure you're mentioning those themes through the course of that booking commercial. I want to share with you how my booking commercial sounded. You can use this language in conjunction with the worksheet as you create your own booking commercial. So this is what I would say. Ladies, how many of you have said in the past couple months, I've got to call so-and-so, or it's been so long since we've connected, we really need to get together? Well, what if I told you that you could connect with all those people you've said that to in the past couple months all in one night? That would save you time and it would make it great because you'd be connecting with them. If you tell me you're busy, I'm going to absolutely tell you we need to book a party tonight before you walk out of here, because busy people don't tend to do enough for themselves. And this is an opportunity for you to have a great time. That's what a party with the Pink Zebra is all about. It's a chance for you to get together with your friends and have fun and relax. How many of you are having fun tonight? Well, here's my promise to you. Whether we book a Mexican fiesta, a wine and cheese tasting party, a chocoholic extravaganza, or an ice cream social, I promise that you and your friends are going to walk out of that experience saying, that is the most fun I've ever had at one of these home parties. And it doesn't matter whether you have 3 or 15 people in your living room, I'm committed to making sure that you have a great experience and that you have fun. And I'm going to work with you to make that happen. I'll even do all the work for you. I'll send your invitations for you. So pay attention to what I covered in that very short commercial. I overcame several objections. I don't know enough people, I'm too busy, it's going to be too much work. So they knew up front that working with me was going to be different, that I was going to take care of them and make sure that we had a great experience together. And in the following videos in the weeks to come, I'm going to teach you how to do that through a really specific host coaching program. So let's end today by talking about sponsoring during your first Pink Zebra parties. As I said in video number 1, our overall goal is for you to become comfortable with your presentation, for you to get some bookings on your calendar, and for you to begin to do some successful parties so that you can start earning the quick start incentives and also put some income in your pocket. In future videos, I'm going to be teaching you some very specific tools for sponsoring and building your team. For now, however, I just want to teach you a quick and simple way to share your opportunity during the first 4 to 6 parties you're doing in the course of your 2-week launch. So you make sure that you're not missing out on any of those friends who might be interested in starting their businesses and working along with you from the very beginning. So to begin with, let's talk about your enthusiasm, because that's going to play a huge role in whether or not you sponsor at the beginning of your Pink Zebra career. If you're excited about the opportunity and you believe in the incredible potential of this business, and obviously you do because you're here, you can share that and then other people will sense it and it'll potentially pique their interest as well. So I want to encourage you to not hold back. Be enthusiastic. Think about how excited you were when you said yes in that moment, and really how excited you are now to get your business up and running and to share that enthusiasm. All you really need to do is share from the heart and really tap into how excited you are. During your presentation, about 3/4 of the way through, you're just going to tell your guests that you're just getting started, but you are excited and you love to share how you got started and get them more information if they're interested. It's really that simple. Let them know that they can corner you after the party, and if they're interested, you'll get them some more information, and then make sure that you have that information to share with them. And if somebody does do that, make sure you get their phone number and email address, and then let your sponsor actually walk you through that sponsoring procedure. from that interview to the logistics of getting somebody new all signed up. That's really the easiest way for you to learn how to sponsor. Plus, the chances of that person actually following through, if they're working with your sponsor who's a little bit more seasoned than you are at this, are also better. Now, I recommend that you take some time and that you carefully study the sponsoring and leadership plan in your Getting Started guide. It lays out not only the specific details of your compensation plan, which, by the way, you definitely need to know, but it also gives you a 120-day plan for creating success within that first 4 months of your Pink Zebra business. It's a specific plan, and it's important for you to take the time to look that over. Now, as I said, you're going to be getting a lot more training from me in the coming weeks on how to share your opportunity as well. So just stay tuned for that. So that's all the training information that I have for you for video number 2. Your calls to action for this video, your action steps, are first of all to complete your booking commercial, that worksheet that you can download from ZebraNet, and then make sure that you script out that commercial and practice it out loud. It's really important that you do this, because just thinking that you know what to say and actually scripting it out are two completely different things. It might feel a little bit silly to practice your commercial out loud, but that's okay. Feel silly and do it anyway. And then I also want you to go to your New Consultant Training Guide and complete the questions in the section entitled Creating Your Personal Commercial. That's going to help you as you begin to work on your opportunity commercial. It will help you get clear on your why and make it a little bit easier for you to find that passion and enthusiasm that I was talking about just a second ago. So that just about wraps it up for video number 2. One last thing I want to share with you. I'm going to be getting into a lot more specifics in the weeks to come as you get the weekly videos on specific tools that you can use to make your party more fun. But I don't want to overwhelm you in this first week or 2 of your business. So I'm only teaching you the very basics right now so that you can go out and do what you need to do during that 2-week launch. Chances are good you'll actually have a chance to work through some of the follow-up videos and audios before you do all the parties in that 2-week launch. But just know there's more coming, and you're going to learn it a little bit at a time, because that's the best way to make sure that you learn it and integrate it. So that being said, make sure that you complete the homework around video number 2, this video, and that you do all those action steps before you move on to video number 3. In the next video, we're going to be talking about the end of your party, how you set them up to shop, how you book parties at the end of that party based on some of the tools that you'll be using, and how you work with your host to make sure that you get the most out of that experience as well. So I'll look forward to seeing you then.